Hello everyone, welcome back to G&J Exploring. In today's video we start our week away in Norfolk with the unusual step of going to HMS Belfast in London first. On our way to Norfolk we stop at IWM Duxford to have a look at its planes and its land warfare exhibition. We then head to Hogue farm to have a look at its Highland cows, before reaching Norfolk and settling down in Cley next for sea, where we'll be spending the week, taking a short walk to Blakeney to have a very nice seafood lunch, and visiting the Gunton Arms in the evening for their steak and venison. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. It's a new day, and today we are starting our trip to Norfolk for the week. But strangely, we're starting it in London because we are having a trip to HMS Belfast, which is right here in front of me. Big old ship from World War II. So we're going to be having a look around HMS Belfast now. And the reason this is the start of the trip is because tomorrow we'll also be going to the Imperial Museum in Duxford, which we've been to before, and we'll be having a look around there. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the beginning of the trip. Juliet may consider otherwise, but there we are. So we're on the ship, it's just behind me, but we've got this lovely view of Tower Bridge in front of us, and spinning round we have the Tower of London just there. But we've now got to go explore the ship and find out what it has to offer. So we're now in the ship, and the ship was home to around 1,000 people, so you have all the things that you need for that. So it's got a laundry, it's got workshops, it's got chapels, it's got all sorts of things. It's very nice having a wander around. So not quite sure where we're heading to, but the main thing I've got to think about is what am I going to hit my head on, because the ceilings are low and I've already nearly fallen down some stairs, so I just need to be as careful as I can be. So I'm now down in the boiler room, down in the bowels of the ship, and it's a monstrous room here with boilers all around. And this boiler room was obviously using fuel oil to heat water, generating steam, which was then used to drive the engines. And the engines here could get up to around 32 knots, which was pretty quick for a ship of this size. And that's all I learned from the television down below me, which was telling me things. But it's pretty cool to come and have a look at this. And I've now got to hunt down Juliet, who didn't come down here with me. And I've just found where Juliet will be wanting to lock me up after going off and then wandering around the engine rooms for too long. I'm now up on the bridge of HMS Belfast, right at the top of the ship. I'm all alone. Juliet is down at the cafe having a hot chocolate down there. So I'm just having a wander around, and it is incredibly impressive up here. And it's really nice just to be able to come here after work and have a wander around in such an impressive ship in such a nice location. So that's going to be it from me for today. Tomorrow we'll be heading to Norfolk and we'll be going to the Imperial War Museum at Duxford to look at some planes. So we'll get back to you tomorrow. Juliet and I are here at the Imperial War Museum at Duxford. We're on our way to Norfolk. We're going to be there for the week, but this is our first stop. And we've come here because we have the membership. We were at HMS Belfast yesterday, which is a ship in London. And we're here to look at some planes. So this used to be an RAF base. We came here earlier this year. But we're back again to have another look around the bits we didn't look at before. And the first thing to see is this Boeing Flying Fortress in front of us. And now we're going to be heading off to some of the other hangars to see what we find. So we have walked quite a long way here at Duxford, and we're now at the Land Warfare exhibition. And in front of me is the modern armour section, and we'll go down and have a look, but there's a lot of interesting things here. It's very nicely done. They've sort of put things into dioramas with some scenery. So I think this is the Gulf War section, judging by the coloration of things. So we have some Soviet items here, and over there we have a Challenger tank. And spinning round we have a very nice Chieftain here, looking very impressive. Very nice. And just walking down here we have all sorts of other things. We have an artillery vehicle here, we have an Abbott. Here we have a Scorpion. And here we have a massive British Conqueror tank.
Yes, Dan. Well, you can just read whatever you want to read, Dan.
Here we have a Soviet tank whose name I'm going to read from a sign. It's T-55. And here we have a British Centurion on an artillery tractor. So it's very good coming here, very nice to see all the different British tanks in one place, all very nicely laid out. And we'll just head over to the other side now and go look at the World War II exhibition. So we're now a bit further in and we're now in World War II. So we have a massive Soviet Stalin tank, looking like a T-34 on steroids. And inside this mock-up of a ruined building we have a mock-up of a Tiger tank, looking very scary. And spinning round we have its nemesis, a T-34 76, I'm going to guess? No, T-34 85. I got that wrong. How embarrassing. And as we carry on, we have more artillery pieces. And as I said, it's all very nicely laid out. These like dioramas. And I definitely recommend coming to the land warfare bit section of Duxford. You just got to walk quite a long way to get here. We've now reached the American Air Force exhibition hall. Really nice hall. We've got a B-52 in front of us. We've got a Warthog. We've got an Eagle up there. We've got a Phantom down here, looking very nice. Round over on the other side we have an SR-71 Blackbird, and we've just had a really nice time wandering around. Really impressive, very nice exhibition. Bit challenging to get any decent photographs though because of how it's all laid out, but you get the gist from the video I'm doing now. We have now reached the Battle of Britain exhibition, and we have lots of lovely planes here. So this is a Hurricane. We've got a Messerschmitt which has bent its propellers there. We have Juliet wishing she was anywhere else. Looks like we've got a Gloucester Meteor over here. Britain's first jet aircraft. And we'll have a bit more of a wander around here and see what else we find. And we're just a bit further along, but we have a Gloucester Javelin in front of us. We have another McDonnell F4 Phantom. Got a Russian plane here. I'm going to guess a MiG-21. Yes, it is a MiG-21. We've got a de Havilland Vampire. So this is sort of a Cold War exhibition on the back of the Battle of Britain. But moving on, we have a massive Tornado, looking incredibly impressive there. And we got one of my favourite planes, which is a Hawker Hunter here. We've now been here around 2 hours, and I've been told we need to leave. We've got to be on our way to Norfolk, which is still a couple of hours away. So I think we're going to be having one last look around the shop, and then we'll be off to Norfolk. We're still on our way to Norfolk, but we've stopped at somewhere just off the A road called Hogue, which I'm pronouncing phonetically and is almost certainly not how it's pronounced. But what we have here are some Highland cows in a field in front of us. There's a cafe behind, and they're having a nice sit down and eating some grass. And Juliet really likes Highland cows, so we've come here to have a look. And we're now going to go hunt down some lunch. We have now reached Norfolk, and we're on the northern coast of the area. We're in a place called Cley on the Sea, or similar wording. So we're going to be here for the week, and just from the balcony of where we're staying, we've got a really nice view. We've got a windmill there. We've got a really nice bit of water in front of us, and we've got sort of marshy area in front. The sea's in the distance, you can't see it from here, but it is over there. And yeah, really nice area. So we're going to be spending the next week wandering around here, and we will no doubt get back to you tomorrow when we're out and about. It's a new day, and Juliet and I are now in Blakeney. So Juliet walked over here. It's about 3.5 kilometres from Cley next to the sea where we're staying. I did a run, did a bit of a circuit, and managed to do a very good 10k time, which I'm very happy about. But we just had lunch in a little seafood shack in the distance, just to the left. It's a very nice lunch. So we've got some local places here where you can get some nice local fish. And Blakeney is a very nice place. It's got this sort of inlet in front of us, got a little harbour. And this inlet, if you follow it along about 1 kilometre, you get to the coast, which we're going to walk back via the coast and hopefully get a bit of a view as we do so. But Juliet is also here, and she is walking one of our relations' children, who is in this buggy, and she's being walked around, so she stops crying. We're around halfway back to where we're staying, but you can see Blakeney there back along the path, looking very pleasant. As spinning round, you can see Cley next to the sea. You might be able to make out the windmill, we're very near where we're staying. And if I spin round some more, you have the coast over there. Now you can't really see the sea. There is water around, as you can see in front of us, but you can't see the sea. But it's sort of a pebbled beach, and then you've got the sea just on the other side of it. So we might be heading there at some point later this week, but not now. For now, we're just heading back along the path. We've only got another kilometre or so to go, and then I think we'll be having to sit down at home and maybe having a couple of drinks. We are now at the Gunton Arms, which is a very nice pub about a half-hour's drive from where we're staying. So we've driven here. It's about 6:30 in the evening. The sun is out, and we've got this lovely view all around us. But this is one of the best restaurants in the area, and you come here for the meat, which is reared locally on the site, and it's beef and venison, I'm told. So we'll go have some dinner and see how it is. Juliet and I have very briefly left the pub to come look at some deer which are in front of us. They're a bit of a distance away. This is with the fairly long zoom lens on my phone, but you got a good view of all the deer. So we're actually having beef today, so we won't be eating any of their friends. But yeah, it's very good to see the pub rearing its own animals. And if you want some venison, this is the place to come.
And as George said, the thing about this place is the thing is cooked on an open fire. So there's the chef preparing our meat. He's got some goose fat potatoes on the go, and I'm sure we'll enjoy that very shortly.